Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is today's puzzle. I'm going to take on this Harry Potter 1000 piece impossible puzzle by Clementoni. Let's get into it. The story behind this one is that it's another charity shop find. Actually, this was another one I got from the charity shop, 50 pence, unbelievably 50 pence. But if I see a puzzle and it says impossible on it, then I think I have to buy it and see if I can solve it and see if it really is impossible. So it's always a bit, I do like a bit of a challenge, but I looked at this one and thought it does look very hard with all those frames. I think all the pieces are going to look the same, but I'm prepared to give it a go. Well, let's get started. Okay. So we just hit 2 hours and I thought I'd just pause for a quick update. I seem to have got all the edges. Well, I haven't got all the edges. I reckon I'm missing about 3 pieces of edge. But I've got most of it done. And I've been through all the pieces and I've got out everything that I think is a piece of a portrait. So I'm going to start working on all the individual portraits and then come back and do all the frames and bits around the edge. But I am a bit worried about this puzzle. I think I said earlier it's from the charity shop, and I'm worried that there might be some missing pieces. When I lifted it down off the shelf, and it was stored on end like a book. When I pulled it off the shelf, a few pieces were loose on the shelf, and I don't know if it's from this puzzle or if it's from another puzzle they had up there, and they fell on the floor, and I'm just hoping they weren't out this one. Right, I'm going to carry on. Okay, so we just hit 6 hours, and I thought I'd pause and just have a quick catch up. It's going all right. I got out all the portraits, and I've managed to do my best assembling them, trying to arrange them where they all go. But I'm getting down to bits of frame now, and they all look very, very similar. And sometimes they repeat. So if you did, for example, this one, that same frame's on there, and it's on that one, and it's on that one. So if you find a bit of this type of frame, you've then got to go and find it on these other 4 areas. It's pretty tough, and that's why it's called the impossible puzzle, no doubt. But I'm going to keep going with it. I don't think I'm going to do this in the I would have liked to have done it under 10 hours, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Looking at, and we've got, I think we've got more than 4 hours here. But we'll see. Let's see how we go. Let's carry on. So we just hit the 8-hour mark there, and I thought we'd just pause for a quick update. I think I'm doing okay. I've got all the main portraits. I'm just working now on the frames, and I'm noticing that they're kind of repeat the frames do. They've got similar designs. I think Harry's the only unique frame, and the others they must be like repeated designs of the frame. So I'm trying to identify each kind of frame type, and I'm trying to make a pile of what I think is that frame type, and then I look on the box, see what kind of frame he's got, and then I'm using the bits to try and complete it. But it's taking a long time. I think it's going to take over the 10 hours. So I think we're going to run out of time on the clock. That's going to go over. But I'm going to stick with it because it's a challenge, and I enjoy the challenge. So I'm going to stick with it. I'll carry on. Well, the clock just ticked round, so that's 10 hours done, and we're still nowhere near complete. I think we're getting close. It's all these frames, they're so difficult. They just all look the same. I'm really struggling with it, to be honest. It's a very tough puzzle, this. I think I'm just going to go through everything, sort all the frame, make more piles of frame styles, and then I'm just going to go through it one piece at a time until it's all done. I think it's the only way to do it. It's going to take, I think there's another 2 hours in this. Right, I'll get back to it. Well, that's the puzzle complete at 12 hours 39. Don't forget there's 10 hours to add on to that time. Given the amount of time that I spent working on this puzzle, 12 hours 39, I have to give it the hardest rating that's possible, which is a 5-star difficulty rating for this, because it is a very difficult puzzle. It's not easy whatsoever. It's so tricky, all those frames that just look so identical to each other. It's not for the faint-hearted, but it is a challenge. It's a great puzzle if you're looking for something that's very difficult and you want the challenge. This is something you can pick up and get your teeth into. It is very, very difficult. You know, they said that it was the impossible puzzle on the box, didn't it? And you know, I quite agree. These frames just look so similar. It's so hard to differentiate between them all, and all the little pieces that, you know, they just all look the same, and it's very difficult. And in the end, I just had to resort to sorting through all the pieces by sort of trial and error, just trying each piece, putting it back in, getting another one, and you know, that kind of worked in the end. But it's hard doing it that way. You know, it's really hard and very time consuming, and I can't believe it took so long to do. But I managed to keep going, and I managed to get it done. So I'm really pleased that it's done, but it did take me longer than I thought. And leave a note in the comments letting me know who your favourite character is on this puzzle, because I think most of the main characters are here, and it'd be interesting to know who your favourite one is. And if you know who this guy is, I'd be interested to know, because he's the only person I don't recognise on here. And I know quite a lot of Harry Potter characters, but do not know this guy. And don't forget, this was another find, 50p in the charity shop, and it's complete. All the pieces are there, there's nothing missing, and it's all in perfect condition, so it's an absolute bargain. I was really worried that some of the pieces might be missing in this puzzle because of the way it was stored and all the rest of it, but no, it's all intact. It's an absolute bargain. That brings us to the end of the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back again soon with another Jigsaw.